I mean, I'm thrilled for him. He's a good friend of mine. He has been for a long time. I always thought he was a Hall of Fame caliber player, and there was some nail biting over the last few years, but as there was with Beige, and now they're in. Now they're both in. So I'm happy that that Baggy's going to be a Hall of Famer here come the induction in July.
Brad, do you have a fondest memory that sticks out? You're playing on the field, maybe playing day for one.
You know, actually, one memory that really sticks out about Jeff, and it's a little bit on a sad note, was after we went to Darryl Kyle's memorial service in St. Louis, and Jimmy Williams held Beige, Baggy, and myself out of the game, and we ended up winning in extra innings on a Jeff Bagwell single. And Jeff and Darryl were very good friends, so for whatever reason, that's one memory of him on the field that probably surpasses the rest.
Brad, what made him so good?
He was, because he could do everything. He wasn't just a power hitter. He could drive runs in. He could steal a base. He was a great base runner. He could play Gold Glove first base, and he was a leader, and he was humble. And a lot of times you don't, I would say more often than not, you don't see those qualities mixed in athletes today.
The other day you mentioned him not, unlike a lot of superstars, he cared about winning. Can you talk about that for a second?
He did. He cared about winning. He understood the importance of winning, and I think that's probably partially how he was raised, and partially some of the people that were around him as a young player. Yeah, he didn't care about his statistics. Everyone wants to have good years and play well, but he wanted to win. And like I said, in a lot of people's mind, or a lot of players' minds, that's always not priority number one.
It was very important for you to be here, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get to Cooperstown, so I was going to come here.
Is this long overdue? I mean, he had to wait 7 years.
I'm not going to get into what I think of the Hall of Fame voting process. So.
Okay. Hey, Brad, how was he around the young guys in the clubhouse? A lot of people saw what he did between the lines within that clubhouse with the young guys that would come through.
He was good. You know, Baggy wasn't an overly vocal guy. He didn't stand up and chew the team out. He was he led by example, the way he performed and went about his business on the field. And when he felt there was something to be said to a player, particularly a young guy, he did it quietly. He did it standing out in the outfield in batting practice or sitting in the clubhouse while they're both staring at the TV. So he was certainly a tremendous leader, but he wasn't on his soapbox, yelling at people.
What does you guys have an idea how much pain he was in 05? When he came back, he pitch hit, he was really just gutting it out, and then finally get to the World Series. I mean, did that? You guys have an understanding of just what he was going through to try to get on the field?
Yeah, it was. I knew it was for him to not get on the field. I think he's in pain, and I don't know if I really understood the scope of it until he retired spring training, or not retired, but was forced to stop playing in spring of 2006. And I think he was afraid to tell me he was leaving, but for him to walk away from the game, he would really not have been able to pick up his arm. And I'll tell you this, when we travel, we have to wear sport coats a lot of times, although I'm sure he won't be wearing a sport coat tonight. There were multiple times as we were leaving the clubhouse to get on the bus to go to the airport that I would have to hold his sport coat sleeve up so he could get his arm into it.